Welcome back to my channel. So, we are starting our daily classes. First of all, I'm very sorry for this late starting of this class because I was just busy regarding my studies. And since I'm currently pursuing my MSc, I have had a lot of work to do, so I am not getting a time to spend this with this uh, this book. So first of all, I'm really sorry. So we can start our classes. So Fundamentals of Soil Science by Indian Society of Soil Science. This book is first of all I have to clarify one thing. One of our viewer have commented that the full form of ISSS is International Society of Soil Science, but it is actually Indian Society of Soil Science. And I am introducing you the fundamentals of soil science by Indian Society of Soil Science. So just I'm telling this to clarify that comment. So just we can start the introduction part. This in this book the introduction part is very less, just 1 or 2 pages, and this is nothing it is starting with the what about the soil, like some of the facts about soil our India. Then we don't have to study anything in introduction because we are studying the expansion of the things that is discussed in the introduction part in later chapters. So yeah, I'm not means I'm just I want to say you that just don't read this introduction thoroughly because we will study in the later chapters. So this introduction part starts with the differentiation between land and soil. So just from the picture you can see that a land. This is a land. It is a 2D entity representing the geographical area and landscape. Sorry for the spelling mistake. Okay. So this is a land and this is a soil. So the main difference between land and soil is that land is a 2D entity and soil is a 3D body. That means two-dimensional and three-dimensional. So we can see in the soil, it has length, then breadth and height, and this is a land surface, and the soil is hidden below the land surface, so this is a part of soil. So we can't see unless we excavate through that by digging a pit like that. So when we explore more to the deep regions, we can see that the soils have different profiles. So we can also say that soil is a interface between lithosphere, that means land, hydrosphere, that means water bodies, and atmosphere, that means air above the land, and biosphere, that includes the living organisms. So what is the interface between these four spheres? That is soil, and that a sphere or that contains soil is known as pedosphere. We will see it in the following chapters. So in soils, the particle size is less than 2 millimeter. So this is an important point. So the particles in the soil is less than 2 mm, and the particles that is greater than 2 mm size diameter is not regarded as a soil. And while exploring the deep into the soil, we can see what we will see is the soil profile. We will also discuss in later chapters. Just for introduction, I am saying this. So it has the above organic matter layer, that is O horizon, then A horizon, that is topsoil, E horizon, that is alluvial layer, B horizon, that is subsoil, C horizon, that is regolith, and R horizon, bedrock. Don't worry, by looking all these one, we will see it in explanatory. We will explain this in the following chapters. And this soil is formed by the weathering process of the rock, and Hans Jenny, one of the scientists, have given one equation that is regarding the five factors of soil formation. So we know that the soil is formed by weathering process. That includes five factors include climate. This is the climate. Organism. O means organism. Then R means relief, that means topography, and P is the parent material, and T is time. Okay, so for studying, Jenny has introduced this equation chlor PT. We can say this as chlor PT. Soil is equal to a function of chlor PT, that means climate, organism, relief, parent material, and time. And some of these factors are passive, and the passive means which are the passive factors, you know. So we will discuss in the later chapters. And organism, this organism, and like it is a active factor of soil formation. And these are the effects of human activities or human induced change in the modern times that have largely responsible for the existing diverse in the soil properties. And human beings, through their negligence, arrogance, or greed, can accelerate the soil degradation, and through scientific manage improve its quality. A soil scientist have to understand both human-made and natural soil process, can develop strategies and appropriate remedial action to meet the needs of society and current managers of land. Don't worry, I am reading just the paragraph of introduction part. It says nothing that the soil formation, it can be induced by the human or it can be natural. That it's only the real meaning of that paragraph. So we can say this is an important part. National Bureau of Soil Survey and Land Use Planning have divided India into 20 agroecological regions and 60 agroecological sub-regions. So if a question comes that how many agroecological regions does India have, the answer is 20. And agroecological sub-regions is 60. Okay, this is the agroecological region. So it is a fundamental geographical area which have similar crop combination, crop rotation, temperature, availability of rainfall, irrigation, type of soil, yield, topography, and environmental outcomes. So this ecological regions are divided on the basis of this crop combination, like that so many things. So we know that for example a farmer in a particular agroecological region, in that region can grow like for example wheat, rice, vegetable, and that this is not like wheat, rice, and vegetable, that is known as crop combination. So uh, so we understood that a farmer within this agroecological region will grow such a crop combination. And further, the sequence of this crop means which of the crop is grown earlier or later within the time. It also means that if farmer grows different crops on the same piece of land over many years, and the temperature and water availability through rainfall and irrigation determine the control of farmers on supply of water to the field. So we know that farmer need this availability of rainfall for the irrigation purpose. And among the agroecological region, one of the factor is also type of soil. So it is an important factor for cultivation. We all know that. So the area which have a good rainfall and high temperature, but if it do not have a well-known good soil, we can't cultivate crops. So means if the soil is not fertile, it is of no use for the farmer. So some type of soils is really good for the cultivation. For example, when we say about the growing of cotton and sugarcane, black soil is very important. We will see in the next chapters. And next is a yield. This is the yield. Yield means, so this is a yield. We all know that if all the factors like crop combination, crop rotation, temperature, availability of rainfall, irrigation, soil. These are all are very good. We will get good yield, and vice versa. If good yield is there, we can say these all are very good. Okay, so yield is also dependent on the cropping intensity. How many crops there is in that particular land, and topography, that is one of the important point, that is topography, or we can say relief. The variation of altitude is known as the topography or relief. So if we see a mountain region, then plain region, plateau region, plateau region, coastal plain, sea, like this is the coastal plain, this is mountain region, here there are plain region, then this is a plateau region. Okay, the relief factor is different in that, in such type of area. And the crops grown is also very different. In coastal region we can see coconut, in this mountainous region we can see the frost resistant. That means a crop which can resist the cold. We can see that in plateau region also there are different crop combination. Then next is the environmental outcome. That means agricultural practices have a certain environmental outcomes which may be positive, negative, or neutral. So when we plan the agriculture, we have to determine the result of cultivation on the environment. So agroecological region represents the suitability of a cropping system to the given topography and environment in an area. So it must be noted that agroecological zones have similar but not same as agroclimatic zones. So agroecological and agroclimatic zones are different. We will see this is not very important as in the introduction part. So in introduction part, there is another data that in 2000, the land to man ratio, that means per capita land means for a man, how much land? It was 0.14 hectare. So for one man, the land availability is 0.14 hectare in 2000, and it reduced to 0.10 in 2025. So means we have lost this land extension, means we have to extend the land to increase our agricultural production. Okay, this is a major problem that we are facing. And in India, out of world geographical area, India's area is to 2%, and out of that 51% is net cultivated area, and India receives 1130 millimeter rainfall, and one third of this cultivated area is irrigated, and productivity is one third of this potential that can be attained with the present technology and the inputs. And one of the main problem in Indian soil is that it is deficient in nitrogen, but we also are facing a lower nitrogen use efficiency. If you use the fertilizers also, use efficiency, that means efficiency of the usage of nitrogenous fertilizers, organic manure, they are very less, and cost is also very high cost. And um, here comes the importance of soil organic matter. So soil can also act as a sink to the pollutants. This is a pollutant. So soil is a buffer and sink to all the pollutants, but it can do only in a certain limit. So we have to understand the limitations of the soil health, and we have to improve the uh, soil health so as to build a good future to our new generation. So this is only about introduction. If you have any suggestions of this class, if I want to extend my explanation or if I have to reduce my explanation, you can say. I have made this presentation just now, so I am just a bit little not prepared for presenting you in the form of a PowerPoint presentation. That's why I'm taking this much time. And while I'm preparing the next chapters, we can study it in a JRF oriented manner. Okay, then I will discuss every points, every important points. So with this, I am concluding my first part, that is introduction chapter. And please subscribe my channel. Uh, thank you so much. We will see in the next coming chapters in next coming days. Okay, thank you. Take care.